Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. This is really weird looking, so I think when we're in selfie mode, we're gonna have to put the glasses down. I'll just pretend that I can see you. Actually, I can see pretty good, although you're probably like, he looks so weird with those glasses on. Well, I look kind of weird with my glasses. I just kind of look weird. So, guess what I've been doing all day? No, actually I haven't been playing records at all. I have been building a model train set. That is because I recently got interested in building another model train, not to the interest level of doing a channel about it per se, but I've been spray painting, gluing, spending more money than I anticipated, buying plywood, and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So it's kind of like switching gears now back into the Record-ology mode. And I am excited because we have so many new people to the channel, and maybe you are one of them. If you've subscribed during Christmas, if you got a record player for Christmas and you were looking up how to work it or just wanted to see reviews, if you're like me, when you get a new gift or you buy something, sometimes it's fun to go look at YouTube videos and watch reviews, even if you already own it, or maybe you were shopping for somebody else. But chances are that you're new to the channel, and if you are, I just want to give you an official welcome and tell you about something really exciting that I've put together just for you. And if you've been around for a few months or maybe even a couple of years, you may find this interesting as well. So we get a lot of comments from people having beginner type questions, which is great because this channel is specifically targeted towards the beginner, towards the entry level, towards people just getting started and just learning about vinyl and records and all that good stuff. So again, welcome. You found a safe place. And if you got a Crosley record player, a Victrola suitcase player, an all-in-one or whatever, even if you got a Technics 1200 SL, you are in a safe and happy place. We don't deride anybody for whatever equipment they have, because a lot of the information out there about suitcase players damaging your vinyl and blah, 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 a lot of it's not even accurate information. So a lot of our videos we've done have dispelled a lot of myths, as well as taught people how to do some basic functions. And when I say basic, even as basic as playing a record or understanding, the very basics, things that people have been doing this for longer have taken for granted. Now, if you're new here, this may be a surprise to you, but if you're not new here, this will definitely not be a surprise to you, but I am no expert in records or record players whatsoever. I come from a field of engineering and television broadcast production and film production. I am not a vinyl person. I'm not an audiophile whatsoever, which maybe is why I'm more open to entry-level stuff and inexpensive stuff. But when I was researching this channel, I saw, there's a lot of channels about, well, you have to have vintage equipment or you have to spend a ton of money. And I'm like, I don't have a ton of money. I don't have vintage equipment. And I want to know how to not get by, but how to enjoy records, how to enjoy vinyl and music with, the money that I did have available. So I'm like, nobody's doing a YouTube channel like this. We should do this. So that's why we started this. And as I jumped into it, I started learning a lot. Now, as a kid growing up in the 80s, I had a Fisher-Price record player. We've actually gone back and reviewed that record player. And, I was no complete stranger to vinyl. It's like I grew up in the 80s. Music was on records, tapes. I remember the advancement of going to cassette tapes for, music and how cool that was. And then how absolutely astonishing great compact discs were. And I still feel that that is a superior format. In fact, I think one of the shows that I'm going to recommend to you in a minute is actually about that. So you want to take a look at that. You might be surprised at my opinions on that. But anyway, I had played records. I had records and I knew the basics. But as I got into doing this channel, they say you learn the most by teaching. And I think that's definitely applicable to us or to me, because you guys have taught me so very much. There's a lot of actual experts that watch this channel, people that do know what they're doing. So I'm kind of an enthusiast, you know what I mean? I'm kind of like you, maybe. I want to learn more, and I learn as I go, and then whatever I learn, I try to pass that off. So as we pick up a skill or as we pick up a knowledge, then we put a video around it and then we document it, kind of like a in the engineering world a standard operating procedure, an SOP, because we want to be able to revert back to that. So as people join the channel, they ask questions that we have covered before. How do I replace my stylus? What is a stylus? What's a cartridge? What is ceramic compared to magnetic? What's a counterbalance? How do I set it? And again, how do I play a record? What are the black lines between the songs? How do I skip tracks? I get all kinds of stuff, which is great because, like me, people are coming back into vinyl, or not necessarily back, people are coming into vinyl and they want to learn. Okay, so let's get to the point. I have made a new playlist, which I'm going to link down below in the description. And that playlist is specifically for two groups of people: beginners and people that want to know some basic functions of how to do everything from set up a record player, operate a record player, learn some history about different types of records and speeds, and how to grade records and why that's important. Also, how to shop and find records, where to look, and how much you should pay and all that kind of stuff. So it's a specific starting point for people that are new to vinyl. So I would encourage you to take a look at that playlist. It's completely out of order. So don't start at the top. You can. I mean, you don't need to start at the top, work your way down. Just poke around in there, look for stuff that's interesting. And, chances are, if you're asking a question that a beginner would ask, it's probably covered. We've done a lot of content on those, new to vinyl type of topics, which I love doing. And some of it is going to be like, oh, okay, this makes sense. You know what I mean? But all of this was designed by people in a different generation. We grew up, if you're like me, if you are, 40s and under, or over, actually, if you're around my age, you will have grown up, and dabbled in computers, and then eventually, had to use one every day at work, and then had a smartphone and been able to tap into all that can do. And so if you're my age or younger, we're used to technology presented in a very, certain way. But, other technologies and older technologies, again, were created by people from a different generation that, had a different way of thinking, perhaps, maybe, and we have, a lot to learn from those folks. So this may be really cool in that you can, kind of say, okay, that makes sense. Now that's why this is done, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I hope it's helpful for you guys. And it's been a lot of fun doing it. We're going to do, daily videos this year, and extra special things, giveaways, and, who knows what else. And I had a blast this Christmas and doing the giveaway and stuff too. But there's going to be a video a day. So we're going to cover new things as we come along. And it's a two-way street. It's very interactive. It's supposed to be. So let me know down in the comments below what you want to see more of. Again, questions you have. If you can't find an answer, don't worry. You can ask a question even if we've answered it before. That's not a problem whatsoever. And then folks in the community jump in and help each other out. And I love to see folks communicating with each other in there as well. And I try to get in there every day and answer as many as I possibly can, and just acknowledge everybody's comment. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're still having a little bit of a break. If you're back to work, thank you. And thanks for taking the time for watching this video and all of our videos. And I'm excited. This year's going to be awesome. We got some amazing stuff coming your way. You're not going to want to miss it. So that's going to do it for now. All right, back on with the crazy glasses, you guys. I don't know how, it's just a thing with a light ring, I guess, right? I guess I could look down, but I'll have to play around with that, guys. All right, see you later. Happy record hunting. We will see you tomorrow.